Hello and welcome back to Drayton Manor and another construction update here on the Coaster Giant channel. It's been exactly a year since my first one about this new coaster that's being built in the background here at Drayton Manor, and I'm excited to say there's been some massive changes. So it's the first time we've been inside the park this year, and the first time we're going to get to see like the new sight lines and how the coaster looks up on that hill behind me. I'm very excited. Let's go and check out this new coaster. So let's have a look at it from this angle. There's Sleipnir, we're in the Vikings area. And it's just a mess of track in the best possible way. So there, on the hill, you can just see the switch track section, and then what we think is going to be the launch, maybe even a show scene, and then the two different track layouts lead into that, which just totally intertwine. But yeah, all the drive tyres are now on that straight section. In fact, that track wasn't even there last time. Look at them buildings through the trees. There's a jail. I can see a jail. Look at this from the Vikings area. You get a great shot of that lift hill. And then just an absolute mess of track. There's a new building gone in there as well. I'm guessing that'll be for electrics and stuff. And there, right in the middle, is that switch track where you'll come out of the station and up the lift hill, or backwards, I'm guessing, around that track. But yeah, it goes straight over Jormungandr as well. This is so exciting seeing it in situ.
Honestly, it's too soon.
And then this section is the section I was kind of thinking is going to be the station and the brake run, but it's not as big as I thought. Now I'm close up to it, but there's loads of activity going on the site. Oh gosh, some of these transitions and everything just look incredible for a little family thrill coaster. So you can see from Vikings behind Jormungandr, that's where this coaster is going to sit. Well, it is sitting. It is looking like an absolute big mess of track that's going to create some great pops of airtime, some great forces hopefully as well, depending on how fast this coaster goes. But yeah, that element just right there that comes up and around, that's really going to whip you. So yeah, my only concern slight is that if this is a totally different theme to Vikings, it's going to be a western area, how is that going to look in terms of the sight lines? I guess when these trees have all grown back and they've got the leaves on, you're not going to see as much. So that'd be my only slight concern, but hopefully with loads of different theming elements added onto it, and when the trees are all grown, this is it's going to look really smart in its own little area. Oh, this is looking so good. I'm actually making two videos today. It's the Dinosaur Breakout event here at Drayton Manor for February half term. So there'll be two videos up on the channel, one construction and the other one is purely to go and experience the dinosaur. So be sure to check that out as well. Subscribe to the channel, then you won't miss it. But yeah, let's get around the corner and check out more views of this amazing new coaster. Oh my god, look at that. I can't believe we're seeing a transition like that at Drayton Manor. This is like, it's giving me the same vibes. It's like, because it's the same manufacturer and similar track to Tatis, like it's giving me that kind of vibe. It's amazing to see this here at Drayton. So yeah, everyone's thinking that this is the brake run section and maybe where the station's going to be. Not sure how that's going to look if it's got a big building over it. I have been thinking, are they going to pull something out of the bag and have the station at the top of the hill where you can see the drive tyres there, but I can't see how the circuit would work if that was the case. But who knows, it'd be nice to have another surprise. Obviously we don't know anything about what this coaster is going to do yet. It's all just pure speculation. So here's a close-up from Accelerator. So here's where people are thinking that the brake run is going to be, and then possibly the station there, which will then launch out onto the lift hill. And they've put the metal walkway around, which kind of hints at the fact that, yeah, maybe that is the brake run, that's the evacuation platform, and then there'll be a more elaborate platform, hopefully building around the actual station there. And from outside the entrance to Accelerator, we can now see this western village, town, street all coming together. So last time I was here, we'd got down to the bank and the orange section, which has all been really heavily themed. There's loads of nice paintwork and woodwork on there, but it's even been extended down now. So they're in the process of changing what was the entrance to the 4D cinema. So there's lots of woodwork, lots of new paint effects, lots of like mouldings and things being added to the top of this building to tie it all in to this village or town, whatever it may be. But so it just begs the question, like, where is this area gonna start? We know with Adventure Cove and Vikings that Drayton Manor is really good at sectioning off different areas, and they've got like signage or portals into each area. So at the minute, the old purple buildings are there, and we go into the new western theme here. So where's this area going to start? Are we going to get an entrance portal down here? How is Accelerator going to fit into it? It's all very exciting stuff because we know nothing about this. So yeah, the question is, if you can hear me over the spy skills that are flooding out of the speakers at the minute, is what's going to happen to Accelerator? We know that Drayton have got a long history of doing these amazing immersive themed areas. So how is Accelerator going to fit into this? It's an interesting one. I've got to give a shout out to somebody called Reese on Twitter. He noticed in a 5-year plan document for the park that next year the plan is to move a ride, so relocate it in the park and replace it with a platform flat ride. And one of his suggestions was could they move Accelerator to this plot of land in Vikings and then put a new flat ride in this area? That's a big job, but you could easily change Accelerator to a different theme, especially if it was moved into the Vikings area. It sounds like an expensive job, but actually it's just putting the foundations in the right place and then it just unbolts, moves and bolts back together. That's simple, right? But I actually think that's a really good idea. Don't know if that's happening. It would obviously be a big change, but in terms of the sightlines of the park, imagine being stood in the middle and looking up this hill and just having a couple of nice flat rides here, the village to the side and the coaster in the background. It was a great shout. So from the middle of the park, you can just see the lift hill and a bit of track just over in the background. But it's not like, it's not in your face, doesn't ruin the vibe or any of the sightlines, it just looks really nice over there on the hillside. So I've just spotted, I don't know if you can see, but there are more pins and foundations in the ground just over here. So that could be part of like a building for the station maybe that's going to go over that section of track. Or something else, but I don't know what. Something else I've just noticed. So you've got like the kicker wheel drive motors here in the station area, which they look like the kind of wheels where you get 2 wheels on the track and then something on the train goes in between them. But the tyres on the launch at the top up there, vertical tyres, so a little bit like, have you seen the quad bike roller coasters that run straight over the tyres? They're that way round, so I wasn't expecting that. And they give quite a punchy launch. So yeah, again, just intrigued by what this is going to be and what it's going to do. So we're just walking up to the top of the hill, but you see the scale of the site from here. And there's the switch track right there, which, as someone pointed out on Twitter, is a 3-way switch track. So we're back up at the top of the hill now. The compound's over there. There's no point even looking because most of the stuff is now on site. And check it out. There's been more progress since last time. They've even installed some lights, which makes me wonder like how late at night they're working on this to get it ready. But yeah, they've connected all of this section now. Around this corner, into that switch track. You can see that switch track has got 3 different directions, one into maintenance, and the other 2 take you on the 2 different cycles. But the angles at which you take that they're just mad. Yeah, this is like come on loads in a couple of weeks. So you can see the tyres have been in fact, that launch track section wasn't there last time, so that's been installed and the tyres have been installed. And then you get the switch track there. The maintenance, if that is the maintenance bit, that's been finished off. They filled in the gaps and put the wheels in there. And like the angles that you come out of that backwards, all I can say is it's going to be whippy. And they've got foundations down here as well that they're digging, which looks like they're going to be putting a building over this area, which is why it makes sense that that's the maintenance area. The lift hill's finished. They've added the the steps onto the side for the emergency exit. Yeah, this is nearly complete now. That's it from this construction update at Drayton Manor. I was so excited seeing all that track, I totally forgot to film an outro while I was at the park. But if you are enjoying these videos, I'm loving making them, and there's plenty more for you to check out on the channel. So if you haven't already and you'd like to see more content, then please subscribe to the channel. It'd help me out massively and I would really appreciate it. If you want to go and see the coaster for yourself, Drayton Manor's open all of February half term with the Dinosaur Breakout event, so you can go and check out the coaster yourself. It is looking pretty amazing. Exciting times at Drayton Manor. Right, thank you very much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.